Here's the scene. You walk into the coffee shop with a secret that is vibrating in your chest. You just landed the job you have been chasing for 6 months. Your friend is sitting there, scrolling through their phone, and you can hardly wait to let the words out. You tell them the news, and for a split second, you see it. Their face does not light up. It tightens. The smile that follows is a mask that does not quite reach their eyes. Within 2 minutes, you are talking about their bad day at work instead of your big win. You leave the shop feeling smaller, wondering why your success feels like a burden. This is more than a bad mood or a one-time slip. It is the quiet hum of jealousy hiding inside a friendship. Jealousy in a friendship is rarely a loud explosion. It is a slow leak that drains the joy out of your accomplishments. It is a form of subtle control that keeps the relationship tethered to the other person's comfort level. When you stay within the boundaries of what they find acceptable, they are your biggest supporter. The moment you step outside those lines or achieve something they want for themselves, the dynamic shifts. They start to use comparison as a weapon. They stop being a teammate and start being a competitor who never signed up for the race. You can identify this pattern by watching for specific behaviors that repeat every time you have something good to share. Think about the last time you shared a win and heard a qualifier. Maybe you finally bought a house after years of saving. Instead of asking about the move-in date, your friend asks about the interest rates or the cost of a new roof. This is the backhanded compliment. It is designed to pull you back down to a manageable level. They give you a tiny bit of praise just to make the criticism feel like helpful advice. They want to appear supportive while ensuring you do not feel too proud of yourself. If they can point out a flaw in your success, they do not have to feel the sting of their own stagnation. There's also the friend who treats your life like a warm-up act for their own performance. You mention that you are feeling stressed about a project, and they immediately interrupt to explain why their workload is 5 times heavier. Every story you tell becomes a platform for them to pivot back to themselves. If you have a headache, they have a migraine. If you went on a nice vacation, they know a hidden spot that is much cheaper and more authentic. They avoid listening to connect with you. They listen for a gap where they can insert a superior version of your own experience. This is competitive listening, and it is a way to neutralize your presence in the conversation. Watch how they treat you when there is an audience. A jealous friend might be your biggest cheerleader when you are alone in a room. But the moment other people are watching, they start to leak your insecurities as jokes. They bring up that embarrassing thing you did 3 years ago just when you are starting to look impressive to a new group. It feels like a playful jab, but the timing is always a little too perfect. They use the social pressure of the group to keep you in your place. They know you will not call them out in public because it would make you look like the one who cannot take a joke. This public weirdness is a test of your loyalty to their narrative. The most dangerous sign is the subtle nudge toward failure. It looks like care while it tastes like vinegar. They suggest you skip the gym because you have worked so hard lately, knowing you are trying to build a new habit. They tell you that your new business idea sounds risky right when you are about to sign the lease. They are the ones who bring a box of glazed donuts to your house the day you start a strict diet. This is a form of sabotage masked as comfort. If they can keep you stagnant, they do not have to face the discomfort of watching you grow. They want you to stay exactly who you were when they met you. If you're not sure where you stand, try the 10-second test. Share a small, genuine win that has nothing to do with their life. Maybe you found a great deal on a flight, or you finally fixed a leaky faucet. Then say nothing. Watch their face for those first 10 seconds. A safe friend will have an immediate, involuntary spark of joy in their eyes. An unsafe friend will have a moment of processing where they try to figure out how this news affects their status. You will see a flicker of annoyance or a quick glance away before the mask of the supportive friend slides back into place. That first reaction is the only honest one they will give you. Dealing with this behavior does not mean you have to start a loud confrontation. You can simply start narrowing the gate. Stop giving them the blueprints to your happiness if they only use them to find the structural flaws. When they drop a backhanded compliment, name the pattern calmly without getting angry. You can say that it feels like they are trying to dampen your excitement. Their reaction to that sentence will tell you everything you need to know about the future of the friendship. A friend who cares will be horrified that they hurt your feelings. A friend who is jealous will call you sensitive and then punish you for noticing their behavior. Healthy friendships can survive moments of envy because both people are willing to own it. But a friend who denies their jealousy while using it to control you is a weight you do not need to carry. You can choose to spend your time with people who feel like a fan on a hot day instead of a cold draft. When you stop dimming your light to keep them comfortable, You will see exactly who is willing to stand in the sun with you. Some people are only your friends as long as they feel superior to you. Once you realize that, the weight of their judgment starts to feel a lot lighter.